Hello and welcome to Tuesday Tips with T with me, Giselle Turi. Today I want to talk about protein. There seems to be such a misunderstanding about protein and how to get it. I'm a vibrant living coach and I specialize in whole food nutrition, fun fitness, and extreme self-care practices. And one of the questions I get a lot is, how do I get enough protein when I'm doing mostly plants and fresh fruits and vegetables? And my answer is quite simple. Where do you think cows and horses and elephants and really big, strong, powerful animals get their protein from? Do they eat meat? No. They get their protein from the aminos they get in the plants, from greens. Okay, you can even find protein in fruits. Fruits and vegetables have proteins. When it comes to vegetables, I highly recommend more dark leafy greens. That's your dark leaf lettuce, broccoli, kale, mustard greens, collard greens. Avocados are great too, and they also are protein. I mean, like I said, you're going to find protein in fruits and vegetables, and it is not true that you have to have meat to get your protein. That is one of those things that have been fed to people for years, and understandably so, because the meat industry, they make a lot of money, so why wouldn't they want you to believe that? Okay, so let me give you some sources. Again, fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds. Let's see, stuff like spirulina, very high in protein. Hemp seeds are very high in protein. Let's see, nut milks, nut butters, peanut butters, almond butter, cashew butter. I mean, there are so many ways to get protein in your body without eating meat. Now, a lot of people will tell me, well, I have to have my meat. Well, I beg to differ, but that's okay. If you really have to have your meat, so be it. I ask you, please choose a source that is healthy and that it's a happy animal. What do I mean by that? Healthy in the way that it's not pumped up with antibiotics and hormones to fatten up to put on your plate. Also, the antibiotics, the only reason these foods, the meat, or animals that are pumped up with antibiotics is because they're sick. If you look at the conditions that a lot of these animals are raised, it's very sad and it breaks my heart. And people need to know what's going on before they just sit down and just assume everything's fine. Also, you want to make sure the animal is treated kindly. There are people that raise animals in open pasture. They're free to roam. They're healthy. They're not fed antibiotics and hormones, which, you're ingesting that too, okay? And do you really need all that in your body? No, you don't. No, you don't. If you're going to eat meat, make sure it's clean, make sure it's happy, okay? Make sure the animal is treated well. And I ask that because we need to stop supporting those practices that are harmful. Also, when an animal is mistreated and it is prepared for slaughter, if it's traumatized, that goes into the meat and you're consuming that. So enough said on that, other than if you want to research it further, there's plenty of information out there with what's really going on in these factories when it comes to raising animals to put on our tables. All right. So I would highly recommend looking at other options as far as protein. And if you want to be strong and powerful and have the energy and what you need, go to plants. It's the amino acids. It's the amino acids. And also, protein's overrated. There's people out there that are taking so much protein thinking their body needs it. And your kidneys have to filter that out. And it can be too much. We don't need that much. So, I have found that if you do fruits and vegetables, nuts and seeds, nut butters, nut milks, that kind of thing, you have more things in balance, especially if you eat a variety. That's important too. So, I know I seem to be kind of excited about this, but I want people to know the truth. They have been fed so much BS, and most of it goes back to these large companies that are trying to get as much out of you as you can, and that don't really care about the abuse of these animals. So there you have it. Okay, so until next time, this is Giselle with Tuesday Tips with T. If you'd like to have more information or recipes or articles, you can go to lovingrawfoods.com. That's LOVINGRAWFOODS.com, and check it out. All right, until next time, Ultreya. Move forward with courage and in love. Bye-bye.